J-Roll Electronic Productions, baby.
Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matters to we the people. Biden doesn't require migrants at the border to get vaccinated despite mandate on Americans. No surprise here. More hypocrisy from the Biden administration. The Washington Examiner reports that the Biden administration is now planning to vaccinate the nearly 200,000 migrants who are showing up on the border. Not planning to give the jab to nearly 200,000 migrants who are showing up at the border each Monday, despite imposing mandates on federal workers and private businesses nationwide. So why wouldn't he, if the stupid 19 is as bad as they say it is, why isn't he requiring them to get the jab if it's supposed to protect people from the most major symptoms? But the article goes on to say that the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki confirmed during a press briefing Friday that many employees would be required to get the jab, but that many people in federal custody at the U.S.-Mexico border would not be required nor be able to get it. Quote, "Our objective is to get as many people jabbed across the country as humanly possible, and so the president's announcement yesterday was an effort to empower businesses, to give businesses the tools to protect their workforce," Psaki said Friday. Quote, "That's exactly what we did, but certainly we want everybody to get jabbed, and more people to, are jabbed, whether they are migrants or whether they are workers, protects more people in the United States." So if that's the case, why aren't the U.S. Postal Service, how come they're not required to get jabbed? How come Congress have exemptions? How come you have all these exemptions? If getting jabbed is so important, you would make it mandatory across the board. But the article, she goes on to say that, but it's a requirement for people at a business with more than 100 people, but it's not a requirement for migrants at the southern border. Why? A reporter asked. That's correct, Psaki said before immediately moving to a different reporter. Of course, she's not going to answer that question. The article goes on to say that although there have been reports that the Biden administration is preparing to offer the jab to migrants in custody at the border, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the federal agency that oversees border patrol operations, does not have plans to jab migrants in its custody. Two people familiar with the situation told the Washington Examiner. Asked Friday if the agency plans to begin offering jabs to migrants, a CBP spokesman declined to comment on the record. The Department of Homeland Security, which oversees CBP, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Of course not, because they don't want to speak to their hypocrisy. And the article goes on to say that a spokesperson for the U.S. representative whose district is on the border told the Washington Examiner Friday afternoon that CBP has not administered any jabs. Since President Joe Biden took office in January, more than 1 million people have attempted to cross the southern border illegally. Of the 1,660,000 were immediately sent back across the border, while 410,000 were taken into custody, according to federal data. The jabs were rolled out nationwide this spring as illegal migrants levels at the southern border hit the 21-year high. And mind you, none of these people coming across are being jabbed up, but they're trying to force the American people to be jabbed up, and they're not explaining the rationale behind this. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.